Okay, so this is gonna be my new. This is gonna be a new project. Okay. So today, this is gonna be a programming project. It's just gonna be simple. Make sure my audio is working. Audio. Okay. So this is gonna be a new project. I'm gonna create a new folder for it. Screen reader. Yo, Knox. How are you? Okay, so today we'll be making a screen reader, so it's going to be very simple. So all I'm doing is creating a folder for it. I'm just going to create some new files. I'm going to call it index.html. It's just a placeholder. We'll do index.css, and then we'll also do index.js. Good, how are you? I'm doing good. I am doing good. Exciting. Yeah. Okay, so let me try this. Okay, open this up. We want it halfway, and we want this to be the left. Okay, cool. Alrighty, so I created 3 files: the HTML file, the CSS file, and the JavaScript file. So we're just going to be in our HTML really quick. I can't remember to save my life, but doc HTML. There we go. Oh, that's it. Okay, so I'm adding this doc type here. Basically tells the document that it's basically says that this document is HTML5 versus any other declaration, which tells it that it's HTML4, whatever. So I'm just basically saying the document is HTML5. So you gotta put that in there. Okay, and then to do HTML. Oh yeah, I didn't know that. That's fantastic. That's fantastic there. Yeah, we're basically gonna just steal this. Yeah, we're just gonna steal some of it. We're just gonna steal a few things from the boilerplate. So you obviously start with HTML. Language isn't, I think, the default. What's the default? I think it already figures it out. I'm pretty sure. We technically don't need. We're just gonna borrow some stuff. For the head. For the head, we're actually gonna take the title tag, and we're gonna say this screen reader. This one's I'm pretty sure this is for like mobile, like how it scales for mobile devices. So we're just gonna copy that. Basically saying it's the encoding UTF-8. Sorry, I get excited when I can show something. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Yeah, so that's pretty much all I'm gonna use. Don't think I need this. Not sure what this does exactly, but it's not. None of this is required, by the way. It's just some things to be useful, like the title. Yeah. All right, and then we're gonna have some text. So this is some text. Then we hit save, and then we're gonna open it up and I need the path. Ooh, that's not it. Alright, there's the site. Just that easy. Don't need a server, don't need all that fancy stuff. Here's my site right here. So just from simple HTML, I was able to get the name of the tab right here that says screen reader by adding the title tag, and then I outputted some text. This is some text right here. Alright, added a header, said screen reader, and then below it is this is some text. Very simple, very simple. So that's our basic HTML. Alright, so now we're gonna add our screen reader. Fun. Okay, here's where the hard part comes in. So what I'm gonna do, actually, I'm gonna create a new HTML tag. So I don't really know how to do. Well, I kind of do. I just need just a little reminder. This is not helpful. I just want to kind of demonstrate how do you find the answers to what you're looking for. But this is pretty much what I want right here. So I want to create basically a new HTML tag. I think I want to... Nice, how did you pull it up in the browser again? Oh! Yeah. So basically what I did, I just create this HTML file, and then basically you could, let me see. Yeah. So I created this HTML file. You can right click it, and then you can just say open with Google Chrome, and it'll pop up. That's it. I mean, it's just that simple. Any HTML file, you can just right click it, and then you can do open with Google Chrome, and it'll pop right up. Or you can just, in VS Code, you can right click it, you can click copy path, and then you just paste the path, and it'll go to it. Cool. Yep. So I don't technically need to create a new HTML tag, but I just kind of want to do it just for demonstration purposes. So like you can Google create new HTML tag, and when you're a new programmer or when you're a veteran like me, you Google a lot of stuff. So the internet is just your you know, your learning ground. So you can use custom tags in browser, although they won't be HTML5. We already know that. So let me see if there's a good answer here. There is no good answer. I forgot how I used to do it back in the day. Maybe that's it? Yeah, it's deprecated. Okay, let's see. This feature is no longer recommended, though some browsers might still support it. It may be already removed, blah blah blah. Register a new custom element in the browser and returns a constructor. Yep. It says it's deprecated. I wonder what it was replaced by. Here we go. Okay, so define it must contain a hyphen. But I don't think you need to do any of this, honestly. Look. Oh gosh, what is going on? There we go, finally. Oh, this same thing. Okay, so it says one of the key features of Web Component Standard is the ability to create custom elements that encapsulate your functionality on an HTML page rather than having to make it do some long nested batch of elements that together provide a custom page feature, blah 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 blah. So we're gonna kinda do this. Kinda. I don't feel like reading all this. A lot of work. Okay. So we're just basically gonna call our custom tag a screen reader. We're gonna call it screen reader. Maybe something like that. Yeah, we're just gonna call it screen reader. And then it's gonna have several options. So it's gonna have, it's raining outside. It's going to have play, and then it's also gonna have stop. We'll also have one more. We'll have pause. Alright, save. Cool. Play, stop, pause. That's gonna be our screen reader. We're actually gonna group it again. We're gonna be like, we're gonna create a container called buttons. let's do this again. We're gonna call it buttons. What is going on with my emit? Oh man, that just didn't work out. Alright, buttons, and then we're gonna put these three things inside of buttons. Cool. Now we're gonna style it just a little bit. So we're gonna go here into our index.css folder or file, and then we're gonna do screen reader. And then we're just gonna do background blue for now. Okay. So before the CSS file shows up, we need to link it. We need a link to it in our HTML document. So yeah. Here we go. I can never remember it, so I always copy and paste. So go to our HTML file. Inside the head, we paste this. We change this to index.css, which is the name of my file. We hit save, refresh. Nothing happened. Wait, let me double check. So if there's a problem, you right click, you hit inspect, you go to elements, you look inside the head. What's here? There it is right there. Right click, open a new tab. Yep, it's there. It says the background is blue. Let me try something. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so it doesn't know how to display it, so I also have to add display. Since it's a custom HTML that I made, it doesn't know how to display it, so you have to specify how to display it. Yep, so there it is. What is emit? Emit, sorry. Emit. Oh, I can't even spell it. Let me see. Emit. Yeah, there's it. Emit. Emit. Emit is a set of plugins for text editors that allow for high-speed coding and editing in HTML, XML, Exalt, and things like CSS too. So it's a way to quickly do a lot of things in a less amount of time. So like, for example, like if I want to create 5 divs, I can do emit, and emit will create 5 divs for me. Or if I wanted, see, I don't know what's going on there, that's wacky. But you can do stuff like Apple, I don't know, it's doing CSS now. I don't know why. But yeah. Like if I want 5 divs with like text that says, hey, ×1, something like that. Yeah, Emmet's adding weird. Yeah, something like that. You can do hey 11, hey 21, 31, 41, 51. It's an extension. It should be already available in VS Code. You should just be able to use it just out of the box. High-speed coding. But yeah, you should be able to do it out of the box. And there's a cheat sheet here. that lets you kind of quickly know how to do it. So this would create this nested structure right here. So, oh man. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. And this cheat sheet helps. All right. All right, so we have our screen reader here. We have some text on the page. Now we start programming. Oh, yeah. So what we did so far is we added a header to the page, a paragraph, our custom HTML tag, which is the screen reader, and then we linked our CSS file to our HTML file. I don't know when. I had no idea. I need to use that more. Thanks. Yes. It's very helpful. Saves me time sometimes. Okay, so next up, our JavaScript file. First, we want to link our JavaScript file to our HTML file. So something like that. Yeah, we want this exactly. So we go to our HTML file. Inside of our head, just like our CSS file, we're going to have it right below there. We're going to change this to index.js to refer to our index.js file right here. We're going to hit save. We're just going to test something out. We're going to say console log hello world. Now inside the console, if it's linked correctly, when I refresh this page, it should show hello world. There it is. It's linked. So now we have our JS file linked, we have our CSS file linked, all to our HTML document. We're doing great, fantastic. Now it's time to actually do the screen reader part. We're gonna add a little bit more CSS. We're gonna say, we're gonna take this right here, we're just gonna duplicate it, move this down. We're gonna say all the divs inside the button, we're gonna do cursor pointer. Just a little bit more styling. You see how it's like, you see when I hover over the play, stop, and pause, it's like a edit, like the pointer becomes like a edit icon, whatever it's called. I have no clue what it's called, but the icon changes. So now I'm changing it to a pointer icon, so you know that you can click it. So if I refresh, you see how it's a pointer icon. And then you can also do stuff like maybe to make it more, maybe to make it more apparent when you hover over it, we can make the background yellow. Alright, save, refresh. So now it's a little bit more apparent that you can click these things. Just with a little CSS, you know. Alright, cool. Alrighty. Alright, now it's time to actually do the JavaScript part. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna actually do here. Let me think about this. Yeah. So the great thing about JavaScript, we can actually play around with it in our console. So here I'm going to do document.body. This will get me the entire body, the body tag. So here, this body tag. So when I do document.body, it's going to select this entire tag. And as you can see, it's highlighted. So that's the entire body by using the document.body. All right, so now I'm gonna do inner, let's try inner text. That looks kind of good. So document.body.inner text, and that got me the text of the entire page. All right, let me think. Okay, how am I gonna do this? But I want to exclude my screen reader, so I want to exclude play, stop, and pause. Let's think about this. I don't know. Document. Let me think about that. We'll come back to that one. We'll come back to that one. I don't know how to do that one quite yet. I gotta think about that a little bit more. Okay, so this is the main text that we want. So let's try. In JavaScript, we're gonna say text. And then after that, so for a screen reader, we want to read each and every word that's on the screen. So screen reader, this is some text, play, stop, pause. So in order to do that, we're going to explode on any spaces. Any spaces we're going to explode, and any new lines we're going to explode. And exploding means that basically we're going to break up this text by a delimiter. So a space is going to be our delimiter, and also the new line. So if you go to JavaScript, you type in split. I say explode because that's PHP, but in JavaScript it's called split. And then yeah, so here we go. So here's the syntax. It says split, and it says split separator, or you can do split separator limit. Specifying a limit on the number of substrings to be included in the array. So we're not going to worry about limit. Limit doesn't apply to us. The only thing that matters is the separator. So it says the separator is the pattern describing which each split should occur, which is exactly what we're looking for. Move this over here. Okay, so the separator is where each split should occur, and we want this split to occur on spaces and new lines. So it can be a simple string, which is a space. We could use a space, or it can be a regular expression. So that's what we want. We want a regular expression. Fantastic. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to test that out right now. So we're just going to test it out in the console. So we're going to do document body inner text to get all the text in the body. and then we're going to do split, and then we're going to do a regular expression. So I think, oh goodness, it's been a minute. I think a regular expression is / and then \s should be space, and then that should maybe be it. Oh wow, incredible, it worked. Except for this, I didn't want this, so let's look at that again. So document body, inner text. So that's what we have when we do document body inner text. And then when I split it, something's going on here. So screen is right, reader is right, empty space, that's not right. This is some text, that's right, and then there's another empty string here. Alright, that actually worked. Okay, great. So what I did is a regular expression, so I'm basically saying, so for a regular expression, backspace as is spaces, and I think they're also new lines. So if you look at regex, where is it? Is there any documentation on it? Okay, here we go. And then just to show some documentation really quick. Here we go. Awesome. Perfect. So good. Is there some details? Any details? Yeah, here we go. Okay, so for regex, this matches all single white space characters, including space, tabs, form feeds, line feeds, and other Unicode spaces. So this includes like new lines. So that's why I use backspace S to get all the spaces and all the new lines. And the reason why we was getting a empty string is because if you go back here, so if I do it without the plus sign, we get these empty strings here, which we don't want. And the reason why we get empty strings is because there's multiple new lines together. There's 2 new lines right there, and there's 2 new lines here. So by using a plus, I'm saying get all spaces and new lines that are together, that are right beside each other. Get 1 or more new lines that are right beside each other. So that's basically what I did. And that got rid of these empty strings here. So that's what I'm going to use in the code right here. So we're just going to take that, go back to VS Code. We're going to say words. We're going to change this to text. So this gives us all the text on the page, and then we got to like filter it just a little bit. So I'm going to put it filter text by removing white spaces. White space characters, yeah, that's perfect. And then we're gonna put some more code here that says get all text on page. Cool. Alright, I'm gonna refresh the page again. Can't read a property null. Where is that at? And we'll get back to it. Okay, so now we got the words on the page. Now we want to actually read the words. So in order to read the words, we're going to use an API, so document or so the browser actually has an API for reading text. It's called speech synthesis. Oh gosh. So there's this entire documentation on how to read it. We're just gonna pick out the stuff we need. So here, yeah. So here's an example here. So basically we're just gonna do this. We're just gonna copy really quick. So what we do, we create a new object called speech synthesis utterance, and then we pass our text to it. So in this case, let's make this larger. We're going to pass the text that we get from the page into the utterance. And then we actually call speech synthesis speak in order to read the words on the page. So let's do this, let's do that. So we're using the JS API speech synthesis. And then this is the actual method that reads the text. If that makes sense. Alright. So many tabs, but we're going to close out some of them. Like this is what we're going to do. We're going to go here. We're going to move this here. And then we're going to close out everything to the right of it. Okay, so the reason why I'm getting this error right here that says cannot read properties of null is because in the header I have my script on index.js. So when the browser parses my HTML file, this is the first thing that runs, index.js file. So before anything is loaded and parsed or rendered on the page, this index.js file is going to run. And document.body doesn't exist at the time this index.js file is loaded. So what we have to do is we actually have to wait until the document or the DOM has loaded. So there's an event in JavaScript called DOM content loaded or something like that. I haven't used it in forever, but this sounds right. So we're just going to copy this here because it's used so many times. So DOM content loaded, so that's very important. It's on the window. It's on the window object, the add event listener. So we're basically gonna move all this code here. We're just gonna put it inside this DOM content loaded. All right, cool. So once again, once the entire DOM has loaded, then do the speech synthesis. Alright, check this out. Alright. Actually, I want words. Words there. Save. Yep. Alrighty. Alright, let's see it. Oh, did it? Wait 1 second. Let me make sure my sound is working on my computer too. Let me see. YouTube sounds.
Brilliant is the best place to learn.
Alright, cool. Alright, so speech synthesis once more. Oh, hers right here. I was just opening a tab. Okay. Let's just look at this example really quick. Oh no. I just need a quick example. Wait, let's just test it out real quick. So we're gonna go into our console. We're gonna create this new object. We're gonna say hello world. And then we're gonna call speak. And then we gotta wrap it in a parenthesis. Oh, my bad. Create this really quick. Yep. And then call speak. Pass in the utterance.
Hello world.
Alright, that worked. Let's double check. Enter world utterance. Speak sentence speak utterance. Yep. I don't hear it saying anything. Let's see. Let's double check. Refresh. Oh, it's an erase. My bad. Gosh. I don't know why I split it. But yeah, if I do just text, it should work. Sorry. Maybe. Screen reader, this is text. Speak synthesis speak. And it's not working. Let me see. I don't think it has loaded yet on the page. There's supposed to be a way to know that it's loaded. Check if speech synthesis is ready. This is so interesting, it's not working. Okay.
Text. 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 Text.
Thinking. Why wouldn't it work when it loads? Alright, okay, let's try this. Let's try this then. We're gonna try this. That's very weird. We're gonna do click. And then we're gonna check if oh gosh, it's been a minute. We're gonna say event target. If the event target, if the thing that was clicked is equal to no, if the thing that was clicked has or contain, yeah, classless, sorry. So classless, and then it should have contains, I believe. It should have a property called contain. Yep, contains, yep. So if the thing that was clicked has a class list that contains play, so if they click the play button, basically, we're gonna run this code. And then back on our HTML, we're gonna say play. And then here, refresh.
Text. 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 Text.
My thought of why it wasn't working when the DOM was loaded is because somehow speech synthesis hasn't loaded yet for some reason. Not sure. I'm not sure what flag that is. But just to recap, I'm saying that when the play button is clicked, run this code. And we're basically gonna
Screen reader. This is some text. Play. Stop. Pause.
Alright, so we kind of got our screen reader working. We don't need that part. Alright, so we kind of got it reading, right? Now we're gonna do something more cool, right? We're gonna we're gonna highlight the words as the screen reader is going through them. So when it says screen reader, it's gonna highlight the word screen and it's gonna highlight the word reader. Alright. Gosh. Okay, let's see how to do that. So basically we're gonna go back to speech synthesis, and then on speech synthesis I believe you can add an event listener or Maybe here. Yeah. So you can add an event listener to the speech synthesis utterance, I believe. So just an example. I just need to see an example really quick. Here, maybe. Let's go back. Let's click boundaries. Add event listener. Yep. Utter this. Yep. Okay, so that's how it's gonna work. So we add an event listener to the utterance, and then we will be able to highlight each word. So let's try that out. Give that a whirl. Okay, so we're gonna do our utterance. We're gonna do add event listener. Then we're gonna say it's boundary. And then we're gonna say like event. We're gonna create a function, a callback here. And then okay, this is where it gets interesting. Oh man, this is gonna be tough. Let me think about this really quick. This is tricky. So let me think how to get each. How we're gonna get each text, and then let's see. Do I want to do that though? Thoughts, ideas. I basically want to get all the nodes, I believe. Alright, 1 second. Oh man, this is gonna be tough. Let me think. Oh gosh. I think what I'm gonna have to do is. Ooh. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to like traverse through the DOM, check if it has like, I'm gonna have to traverse through the DOM, check all the nodes and see if it has any children. If it doesn't have any children, then I know I reached the lowest level. If I find text node, great. Then I need to wrap them. Oh gosh. Okay, let me. Let me take a second to think about this. Yeah, this is gonna be so fun. So fun. Yeah, I think that's what I have to do. Alright, let's do it. This is gonna be harder than I thought it was gonna be. Okay, this is what we're gonna have to do. In order to have the words highlight, we're gonna have to do this. We're just gonna create something called like, we're gonna create a new object called text-to-speech. So I believe in JavaScript, we can do something like this. Oh man. I haven't made a class in JavaScript in forever. Okay, cool. Yep. And then we're gonna have something called search. We're gonna take a node. Alright. And then we're gonna check if the node has children. So JavaScript I think it's JavaScript child nodes. Yep. I think that's what we want there. And we're gonna test it out. So I do document.body. I'm gonna do has child nodes. And it's true, so great. So we're gonna do node.has child nodes. So if it has child nodes, great. We're gonna loop through each child node. So there's how you get the children. We're gonna say children, or no, we're gonna say nodes equals node.child nodes. Oh gosh, come on. And then we're gonna loop through each one of them. So this returns child node returns a node list. Let me see an example of that real quick. So child nodes, and then we want the first, look at the first one. Or, whoops, child nodes, and then the first one. Alright, cool. We're actually just gonna call this child nodes, like that. And then we're gonna loop through each child node, so we're gonna say child nodes of child node. And then we're gonna do that. And then we're going to say, we want to know the name of the node. So then, so this is a node list. We want the node. Let's go over here. There we go. We want the node object, and then we want the node type. Or no, yes, we want the type. So if the child node type is equal to node dot, is that a real one? Is that real? Node dot text name? Is that legit? Yeah, okay, cool. So if the child node dot node type is equal to the node dot text node, then we're gonna do some stuff here. We're gonna do stuff. If the child node has child nodes, then we're gonna call this search function again. If that makes any sense. So basically, let me explain all that. So what we have to do is we have to traverse through the nodes in order to find the text node. So on the page, any text is in a text node. So any text on the page is in a text node. So we have to go through each element. So on the page, we would have to go through each element. So we would have to go through the body tag. We would have to go through the HTML tag, and then from the HTML tag would be this text node here. So just to show an example, so if I do child nodes of the HTML, the first one, it's the screen reader. So that's basically what I'm saying. I'm saying that when it goes to this body one, it's gonna check if it has any child nodes from this body element. So if I just, so $0 will give me the body, so it'll check if it has any children. Does it have any child nodes? Which it should have. Since the body has child nodes, it's gonna get the child nodes from it. from the body. The body has two child nodes. It has H1 and P. So it's going to get the first one and the second one. And then I'm going to loop through each one of them. So it's going to loop through the H1 and the P. When it chooses the H1 first, it's going to check if the H1 has any child nodes. It's going to check if the first one has any child nodes. If it does, then it's going to go through this search again. It's going to start all over. And then it's going to keep going until it finds, you know, if the child node is actually a text node. So if it's an actual text node, we want to wrap it. So we're gonna get the context of it. So how to get the content of a text node. Let's see. Yep, you just call it text contents. So now we want the actual text. So text equals child node dot text content. And then we're gonna explode on the spaces here. So this code that we were earlier, we're gonna explode on the spaces. And then we're gonna wrap each one of them into a custom element. So we're gonna do oh, this is interesting. Okay, let me think about this one. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna we're gonna say this is the original text. We're going to we're gonna create a custom element. We're gonna say this is the we're gonna say text to speech original, and then we're gonna append the original text to it. So inner text equals text, and then we're going to append it back to the root. So the node dot, let me see if I can do that. Yep, I sure can. So I'm going to append it to its parent, and then now I'm gonna loop through each word. So words of word, and then I'm gonna take the node, I'm gonna append, I'm gonna create a custom element for that one too. I'm gonna say document dot create element. I'm gonna call this TTS word. TTS word, and then I'm gonna append the TTS word to the original node as well. Alrighty. Let's see what I did here. Let's clean that up a little bit. Hello, I'm doing great. How are you doing? I'm doing good. I'm working on a screen reader. You came in to watch some programming? Okay, so this is what we're doing once again. So we're creating a screen reader. We've already have it.
Screen reader. This is some text. Play. Stop. Pause.
So we already have it reading off the screen, but now we want to highlight each word as it's reading it. And in order to do that, we have to find every text on the page, wrap it in a span, or we can wrap it in a span tag or a custom element, which is what I'm doing, and then we'll have it highlight as it's reading through. What coding language and technologies are you building the screen reader in? Oh, it's just JavaScript. Just JavaScript. JavaScript already has this API that's called speech synthesis. So we're kind of just piggybacking on that, and then we're adding a few, cool features to it. Alright, so the hard part is to actually highlight each word. So we basically have to do, I'm doing some type of a recursion, so I'm calling a function within itself. So I'm calling this .search within itself in order to traverse through the DOM, find the text, wrap it so we can highlight it, and then we're going to clean up everything and put it back the way it was. So this looks almost right. I'm creating a custom element. I'm setting the text, appending it back to its parent, looping through each word, creating the custom element, and appending it back to the parent. So that all looks right there. Now what I want to do is alright, let's just test that out. I want to make sure everything is looking correct.
Screen reader. This is some text. Play. Stop. Pause.
Ooh, follow. CFilms, thanks for the follow. So what we do is TTS, we do search, and then we're going to pass in the document body. And this will allow us to traverse to the DOM. So refresh, we hit play.
Screen reader. This is some text.
Let me make sure it's working.
Play. Stop.
It's not a function.
Pause.
Of course it's not. Sorry. JavaScript, classes, static method. It's been a while since I used ES6. 1 second. Making double sure. Static, yep. Gotta call the static keyword here. That should work. Go back here, refresh, hit play.
Screen reader.
Child node is not defined, of course. Line 25 is supposed to be. Wait 1 second. What was there? Oh, const. Yeah, I think I have it in the wrong order. Actually, child node, and then child nodes. Save, refresh.
Screen reader.
Alright.
This is some text. Play. Stop.
I saved.
Pause.
I saved. Refresh. I just rated your stream. Oh, thanks. It didn't even pop up. You rated my stream with a party of 2. Thanks so much. I don't know why it doesn't show up. That's crazy. I gotta look into that. Okay, so hit
Screen
play.
reader.
Word
This
is not
is some text.
defined.
Play.
I have that
Stop.
completely backwards. Const word of words. Save, refresh. Hit play.
Screen reader. This is some text. Play.
Alright, well,
Pause.
I crashed my site. Yeah, half of my Streamlabs things don't show up either. Good luck on becoming an affiliate on Twitch. Thank you so much. I am working my butt off on it. And I appreciate the raid. Yeah, look what I have. I have an infinite loop. That's great. Let me refresh that again. Thanks for the follow. Rascal too. You're not doing something right if you don't have an infinite loop. Just saying. Oh, here it is. I also didn't do this right. I need TTS word. I need inner text. Set the inner text to word. And then I need to append the here. And then how to stop an infinite loop. Has child. I have 60 followers. Yes! I am leveling up. The only thing I need to do next is to have 3 consecutive viewers during my stream. Like an average of 3 consecutive viewers. Or concurrent viewers, my bad. I don't want an infinite loop, so I need to... Where's the infinite loop coming from? Oh, I see. Oh, I gotta think about this one. How do I stop the infinite loop? Let me look at this again. Refresh. Let's go to sources. Let's go here. Let's just walk through it real quick. We're gonna hit play.
Screen reader. This is some text. Play. Stop.
So the first node that gets passed into the search function is the body, which makes sense. It has children, so this block runs. Its child nodes is the H1 tab, and it's the what is this one? What is this here? Oh, new lines. That sucks. I just became your first follower on Twitch. Twitter. Let me check. You're going down in history as the first follower on Twitter. I don't get Twitter notifications. Let me double check that. Hey, there it is. Thanks for the follow. That's so great. That's great. Okay, so we're traversing through the child node of the body, which is great. Okay, good. There's a lot of empty, there's like a lot of white space. That's what this text is. So, okay, we're going through the white space. Okay. So the white space is a text node, which is great. Great, great, great. Looping through it, doesn't matter. It shouldn't have any child nodes, so we're going back. The next one is the H1. Wait, what happened there? The H1 is type 1. Yep, makes sense. Goes through the search again. Yep. Does it have child nodes? It does. I am Twitch's knowledge and enthusiast on movies and TV. In addition, I do web dev and database. I want to get more into data visualization. Ooh, I like TV. I'm also trying to get into TV too. I'm gonna do like on Thursdays possibly. I'm probably gonna do like TV analysis type thing. Data visualization, as in so the H1 only has one text node. Keep going. This should be 3. Yep, it's 3, so this block should run. Screen reader is the text. Yep, makes sense. Then we're gonna split on spaces, so we should get screen reader has two separate elements in the array. Which screen reader? Yep, makes sense. We're gonna create. Oh, that's what I need to also do. I need to. Yep. So that's the original. We put in text. We're looping through the words, screen and reader. Yep. We create a custom element. Yes. Set it and then append it to the original node. Yep. Makes sense. That's not exactly what I want. Wait. So that's what I did. I wrapped the original text in a custom tag, and then I wrap the individual words in tags as well. So we can do the highlighting part. Alright, so that all looks right. Just want to double check. What is node H1? So that's what the infinite loop is coming from. I appended more elements to the H1 tag, and then when it comes back to finished, I kind of need to... How to fix this? Thinking. Let me look at it. Yep. This is what I need to do. So for the node, I wanted to get the tag name. Where is that at? There's the node name. Is that the same thing though? Let's look at it. So if I click this, I do $0 to get my tag, and I do node name. There it is. Yep, that's exactly what I wanted. So now let's create an array. Static property JavaScript. Making sure this is right. Yep, looks right. So then we want to say here, we're going to say custom elements. We're going to create an array. We're going to say TTS original. And then we're also going to say TTS word. Awesome. So if it's a text node, so we only want to execute this if it's this custom, if this custom elements contains the node dot node name, or no, what was it called again? Static node name. There it is. Node name. Yep. There we go. So if node.nodename. Alright. So if our node's name is not in the custom elements array, don't run this code. Basically, let's hit save. Hopefully I don't have that infinite loop anymore. What is going on?
Screen reader. This is some text.
Not a function.
Play.
Let's look.
Stop. Pause. Screen reader. This is some text. Play. Stop.
Oh my bad.
Pause.
Oh man. Include, sorry. It's not contains. I was thinking something else. Refresh. Play.
Screen reader. This is some text. Play.
There we go.
Stop.
No infinite loop.
Pause.
Great. Fantastic. Now we're getting somewhere. Alright, now I also want to delete the old text node. So how do I delete that? Okay, so node remove child, I think it's remove child in JavaScript. Yep. And then you pass in a node. Yep, that's perfect. Once it does all this stuff, I want to do node dot remove child, and then we pass in the child node. Yep. Yep. That looks right. Save. Now we should have one less. So it should be like screen reader. We should have just one less.
Screen reader. This is some text. Play.
Oh, what
Stop.
happened there?
Pause. Screen reader. This is some text. Play. Stop. Pause.
Whoops. In the reverse order. Child node. Node. Refresh. Play.
Screen reader. This is some text. Play.
Thought it was in reverse error.
Stop. Pause.
Let's see. That's my child node. Yep. Remove node. Hey, let me think. Let me think about this again. Let me see. No, I need to get the parent. How do I get the parent? Node get parent. Node parent node, yep. So parent node and then remove child node. Believe that'll be it. Hit save.
Screen reader. This is some
Almost
text.
there.
Play. Stop. Pause.
Because the child node is the text node. I get the parent, call remove child, remove the child node. Wait, let's just remove this real quick. Let me just see what I'm doing.
Screen reader. This is some text. Play. Stop. Pause.
Yep. Child node, parent node, yep. Remove child. Or is it remove child node? Nope, it's remove child. Passing the node. Let's look at that. Sources. Breakpoint there. Hit play.
Screen reader. This is some text. Play. Stop. Pause.
Interesting, let me see. It didn't append something. Let's go back there. Hit play.
Screen reader. This is some text. Play. Stop.
Okay, that doesn't matter.
Pause.
That's the white spaces. Don't care about those. Keep hitting play.
Screen reader. This is some text. Play. Stop. Pause.
Yeah, those are the white spaces for sure. More white spaces. Change the breakpoint.
Screen reader. This is some text. Play. Stop. Pause.
White space. White space. More white space. Okay, that's kind of my problem. This is like a living, like child nodes. It keeps refreshing. Let me see. I don't need the list keeps. Let me see. It might be fine. Let me see. TTS, who cares? TTS word, who cares? TTS original, keep going. These are generated because of the blank spaces, which we'll get rid of later. TTS original, yep, don't matter. Here we go. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna say when the child node name is equal to h1 break. That's way better. All right.
Screen reader. This is some text. Play.
So you can also
Stop.
do conditional breakpoints.
Pause.
So you can say if some value, if a value equals this value, then break. So you can tell it that. So I basically said if the node is h1, then break, instead of having to like loop through each one of them. So this is h1, great, great, fantastic. It should go through this search function again. Yep. Yep, so the h1 has text. Great, fantastic. Keep going. Yep. Is it a text node? It sure is. Keep going. Yep. Screen reader. Awesome. Perfect. We split on the words. Yep. Original text. TTS. Create the custom tags for it. H1. Append the original. All seems right. That worked. Cool. Words. Loop through each word. Append it. Yep. Awesome. Yep. That's working. Now here's where it's failing. That's the child node. That's the parent. And I want to remove the child node. Now is it gonna work? It worked. Okay. That's great. I mean, it looks like it's working, honestly. Yep. Oh, that looks right. Yeah, it's working. Like, I don't know what happened. Now it's working? That's strange.
Screen reader. This is some text. Play. Stop. Pause.
I'm confused now. Let me see.
Screen reader. This is some text. Play.
Now it
Stop.
doesn't want to work.
Pause. Screen reader. This is some text. Play. Stop. Pause. Screen reader. This is some text. Play. Stop. Pause. Screen reader. This is some text. Play. Stop. Pause.
Alright, let's try this again. Screen reader, this is some text. That's play, stop, pause. Yep. Let's just do something for
Screen
fun.
reader. This is some text. Play. Stop. Pause.
Let's refresh. Add the breakpoint, the conditional when child. Oops. No.noName equals h1. Yep, cool. Enter, yep. Play.
Screen reader. This is some text. Play. Stop.
Actually, I want to move that
Pause.
down. Child node.noName equals h1. I hate escape. That's funny. Alright. H1, yep. Play.
Screen reader. This is some text. Play. Stop. Pause.
This is what I do for a living.
Screen reader, screen
There
reader.
we go. God.
This is some text. This is some e-text. Play. Stop. Pause.
So we're
Screen
gonna
reader.
disable that one.
This is some text.
Refresh.
Play. Stop. Pause.
Alright. Hit play.
Screen reader. This is some text. Play. Stop. Pause. Screen reader.
Am I crazy?
This is some text. Play. Stop. Pause.
Or is this just being inconsistent? If I hit play,
Screen reader. This is some text. Play. Stop. Pause.
node name equals h1. Did I type that in right? Yeah. Go to sources. Hit play.
Screen reader. This is some text. Play.
That's the body. Yep.
Stop.
Makes sense to me.
Pause.
This is h1. But my breakpoint didn't work. Why didn't it? If I go to sources, click here, hit edit, copy this, go back to console. It says it's true, but it's not breaking. That's mind-blowing.
Screen reader. This is some text. Play. Stop.
It's
Pause.
not breaking.
Screen reader. This is some
There it
text.
is.
Play. Stop. Pause. Screen reader. This is some text. Play. Stop. Pause.
When I hit play for the first time,
Screen reader.
it doesn't do the
This
breakpoint.
is some text.
But if I hit it for a second
Play.
time,
Stop.
it does it.
Pause.
Interesting.
Screen reader. This is some text. Play.
If I hit play,
Stop. Pause.
let's
Screen
disable
reader.
that.
This is some text. Play. Stop. Pause. Screen reader. This is some text.
So the body goes in
Play.
first. I know that.
Stop. Pause.
Let's look at that again. remove breakpoint, add this breakpoint back, refresh, press play.
Screen reader. This is some
That's
text.
the body.
Play. Stop.
Fantastic.
Pause.
Gets the child nodes of the body. Yep. Loops through each one of them, as I would expect. Yeah, the text doesn't have child nodes. Yep, makes sense. Keep going. Yep, that makes sense too. Keep going, keep going. Uh-huh. What is this one? TTS original. Who cares? Keep moving, keep moving. TTS word, no one cares about that one either. Yep, no one cares about this one. Child node. Yep. It's crazy that it's not working the first time. Let me see. There's so much going on. Let me see. See, part of the problem that I'm having is this is a live list. And I really don't want a live list. So what I could do actually, I could not that one. So child node is a live list. So every time I append to the DOM, it just updates the list. Which I really don't, that's what's throwing me off a little bit. So let me see. Yeah, see, it says right here, the read-only child nodes property of node interface returns a live node list, which just means that every time you append to the DOM, this list gets updated, and I kind of don't want that. So what I want to do is I'm gonna actually convert it to an array. I think I can do from. So this is what we're gonna do here. I think this will convert it from a live list to just an array. So let's just make sure that's what I want. That'll solve some of my headaches there.
Screen reader. This is some text. Play.
Let's disable these breakpoints.
Pause.
Oh, maybe that just fixes all my problems there.
Screen reader.
Alright, well.
This is some text. Play.
I didn't think that was gonna solve my problem, but I just realized it was a headache, and that's what was causing my problem. It's because it was a live list, and I just needed how it was before I ran it, before I ran my code and appended to all those elements to the DOM. So changing it from a live list to just an array was great. So that was just smart on my part.
Screen reader. This is
actually what I wanted.
Play. Stop. Pause.
Okay, so I also want to hide the original text. So TTS control original, I want to hide that actually. So in my JS or my CSS file, I'm just gonna hide it. I'm just gonna say display none.
Screen reader. This is some text. Play.
Oh, we're almost there.
Pause.
We're almost there. So the only other problem is it's gotten rid of all the spaces, so we just want to add those back. Let's go back to this JS file. So instead of doing it here, we're just gonna back that up. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do let me think about this one, because I don't want to add an extra space on the end. Let me think here. I want to add the spaces back. Let me think about how I'm gonna do that. I could. Let me think about that again. Because when I pin the child, how am I going to? Ooh, I got an idea. I think. Yeah. I'm gonna do CSS. I think I can do CSS to add those spaces. I think that'll be a good idea. I think that's a good idea, probably. I'm pretty sure I could. It's been a minute. Let me think. I think if I do this, then go back here, refresh, hit play.
Screen reader. This is some text. Play.
Amazing, incredible.
Stop. Pause.
Incredible, it worked. It added the spaces back, yes. Thank goodness. Alright, cool. Kind of what I wanted. I might want to change it again. We'll see. Okay, so now let's see. Now the highlighting part. Finally, I think we can get to the highlighting part. So for speech synthesis, the boundary, and then the, how do I get, what does this return me though? So when the boundary is fired, returns the index position of the character that was being spoken. Interesting. Maybe I need a counter, I'm thinking I need a counter. Let me see. I think that's what I want. I think I want the counter. Yeah, I think that's what I want to do. I'm gonna make a counter. I'm gonna make a static. Call it a counter. Start it at 0. And then where's the here I believe TTS word class list dot add create one called, I don't know, position, I guess, and then do this dot counter plus plus. Sounds right to me. I think. No. I want to add an attribute, sorry. Add attribute. Let's do data dash position. Or no, we'll just do data dash counter. Just to keep it consistent. So we're adding the attribute. Yep, looks great. Get rid of this. Data counter, yep. And then on the word boundary, chart index. I believe that's right. Or is it? Can I just get the name? Returns the name associated with this certain. Thinking here. Let me think. Oh, okay. Let me think. I think that's what I want to do. Okay, I think I know what I want to do now. Let's make 2 of them. Let's do, we'll call this one utterance word. I think that's what we'll do. And then actually we can do something here. We can do const counter equals 0 here. Yep. And then we'll just keep counter here. And then increase counter there. And then we do document dot query selector. We'll get the data counter equals the data counter equals the counter, the incremented counter. Yep, that looks right there. That'll give us our word, our TTS word. And then we're gonna add TTS word. We're gonna add the class highlight to it. And then we're also gonna get all our words. Const TTS words equals document dot query selector all. We're gonna get all our TCS words. We're gonna loop through each of them. Cons word of TTS words, and then we're gonna do word dot class list dot remove highlight. Do that. That looks right. We're gonna go to our CSS. We're gonna call highlight background yellow. All right.
Screen reader.
Didn't work.
This is some text.
Got some errors.
Play. Stop. Pause.
Add attribute is not a function. What is it? Oh, set attribute. Rookie mistake. All right.
Screen reader. This is some text. Play. Stop. Pause.
Oh, it's a const. I gotta change this to let.
Screen reader. This is some text. Play. Stop. Pause.
Let's add a breakpoint there to see what's happening.
Screen reader. This is some text. Play. Stop. Pause.
Let me see. The text is gone from the page. How did that happen? Alright, let's comment this out for a second. Refresh, hit play.
Screen reader. This is some text. Play. Stop. Pause.
Something I did here. Sources. Set attribute. Refresh. Play.
Screen reader. This is some text. Play. Stop. Pause.
That all looks right, honestly. Ooh, what is going on here? Wait, why is it removing all my nodes? I really haven't done that much, right? Like the only thing I added was that.
Screen reader. This is some text. Play. Stop. Pause.
I at least thought that's the only thing I added. Text node. Let's do this.
Screen reader. This is some text. Play. Stop. Pause. Screen reader. This is some text. Play. Stop. Pause. Screen reader. This is some text. Play. Stop. Pause. Screen reader. This is some text. Play. Stop. Pause. Screen reader. This is some text. Play. Stop. Pause. Screen reader.
Makes sense.
This is some text. Play.
Makes
Stop.
Screen.
Pause.
Yeah, makes sense. The TTS original is there, but the TTS word isn't. Oh, because I got rid of it. Oh, nothing. That's right. I meant to put that back in there. Alright, let me see.
Screen reader. This is some text. Play. Stop. Pause.
I always have it backwards. There we go.
Screen reader. This is some text. Play. Stop. Pause.
Child note pin is not a function. It's not? Alright.
Screen reader. This is some text. Play.
This
Stop.
node does not support this.
Pause.
Why don't you? Oh, let me see. Node dot append. That is it. Gosh.
Screen reader. This is some text.
Alright, that looks better.
Play. Stop. Pause.
Alright, there it is. Okay, now it's back, finally. Okay, we're almost there. Almost there. Now I need to get the highlighting. So I commented out this code. So let's put this back. Hit save, refresh, hit play.
Screen reader. This is some text. Play. Stop. Pause.
Let's do that. Hit that. Hit play. Alright, play.
Screen reader. This is some text. Play. Stop. Pause.
Alright, so what does this evaluate to? Number 2. That almost looks right. It just needs the closing quote.
Screen reader. This is some text. Play. Stop. Pause.
Alright, let's... This doesn't have the data counter on it. Oh, I forgot to there we go.
Screen reader. This is some text. Play. Stop.
Oh
Pause.
my goodness, it's working. Amazing. Incredible. Kinda.
Screen reader. This is some text. Play. Stop. Pause.
We're almost there. Okay, let's see that again.
Screen reader. This is some text. Play. Stop.
Okay, I know what I want to do
Pause.
here. It's kind of the word boundary. I actually want to put this back, and then I want to join it back on space. And then I want to do words here, so it matches up a little bit better.
Screen reader. This is some text. Play. Stop. Pause.
It's kind of still a little
Screen
wonky.
reader. This is some e-text. Play. Stop. Pause.
Let's do that again. We're almost there.
Screen reader. This is some text. Play. Stop. Pause.
So go back here, go back here. TTS words. It's TTS word. Then let's refresh that, hit play. Get rid of this.
Screen reader. This is some text. Play. Stop. Pause.
Alright, now it's not matching correctly, so let's look at that.
Screen reader. This is some e-text.
Whoops.
Play. Stop. Pause.
Char length 0. And then char length 0. What? How is that possible? Let's look again.
Screen reader. This is some e-text. Play. Stop. Pause.
Char index 0, char length 0. Yeah. So I kind of want to get the word. So word equals word dot. We can do a substring, I think, and then we can do the start, which is event dot char index, I believe, and followed by event dot char length, I believe, to kind of get the word. Just for debugging purposes.
Screen reader. This is some text. Play. Stop. Pause.
So the first boundary is an empty string, so that might be messing up. That's right. Screen is the first word. A space. Huh. Well, that's wrong. Chart index 14. That doesn't seem right. Oh, I think what I gotta do is I got to do chart index plus the chart length to get the right substring. That's what I was doing wrong there. Let's look at that again.
Screen reader, this is some text. Play, stop, pause.
Okay, so the word for the first one is empty string. Screen is right for the first one. Reader is right for the second one. Yep. This is right. Yep. Is also right. Some is right. Text is right. And then there's another empty string for the boundary. Play is right. Stop is right. And pause is right for the boundary. That's weird that it's an empty string though. Let's try this. If word, then we do the highlighting. Alright.
Screen reader, this is some text.
Alright,
Play,
let's
stop,
do that.
pause. Screen reader, this is some text. Play, stop, pause.
It still doesn't match it up perfectly.
Screen reader, this is some text. Play, stop, pause. Screen reader, this is some e-text. Play, stop, pause.
This is what happens when you deal with experimental technology.
Screen reader, this is some text. Play, stop, pause.
It didn't even screen reader, this is some text. When experimenting with this experimental technology, I did discover that depending on the voice that you use might also affect how it's being read. Alright, but let's clean it up a little bit. We're almost there, but we're just gonna clean it up just a little bit. Alright, let me see how to clean this up. We're gonna create a function called create TTS original. Original element inner text. Yeah, we want the node, we want the text. passing the node and the child node, so we're just gonna call this dot create TTS original. We're gonna pass in the node and then the child node, just to clean that up a little bit. And then for the words, we need the node. I think that's all we need. We're gonna create another method called create TTS word. And I think all we need is the node there, just to clean it up just a little bit. Yep, that looks right. Just to simplify it just a little bit. So this creates the TTS original, this creates the word. Fix that up just a little bit. And then we gotta do a cleanup after everything, so basically we want to remove all you basically want to remove all the TTS words because they're all wrapped up and stuff, and then we want to put the original back on its parent. So we basically loop through all the words. How do you remove a node? Yeah, you gotta do the parent. Of course you do. So we'll call that TTS words. TTS word. Let me see. Alright. So TTS word of TTS words. You basically get their parent, and then we remove the child. So we get rid of all the TTS words, and then we also put the original back. So then we just do, oh gosh, that's how you create a text node again. Create text node JavaScript. There we go. You do document dot create text node. We want the inner text of the original. Text node. We take that, put it here. And then we get the original again. We get its parent, and then we append the original text node to it. And then we also want to get the parent once again, and we want to remove the child node, so that's the original element there. So when everything is said and done, here we want to clean up. So basically, what we had to do, we had to loop through all the nodes, wrap them into our custom element to do the highlighting. So we want to clean up everything. We want to put it back to how it originally was without our custom elements. So it should perform cleanup after everything. TCS word is not iterable. I did create elements. This is query selector all. Original element. Oh, interesting. I know what I need to do here. Yep, I know what I need to do here. I need another loop. We'll just call this originals. Create a const original of originals, and then we just put this in here. We change this to original. So get the original, get its parent, append the text node. Whoops, that needs to be here inside this loop, because we want the original in their text. Then we pin it back. Yep, that looks right.
Screen reader, this is some text.
It's still an error.
Play, stop, pause.
Create TCS where text is not defined. Where did I put that? Copy, paste. That should fix that.
Screen reader, this is some text.
Child node is not defined. Child node there. Here. Child node here.
Screen reader, this is some text. Play, stop, pause.
And now it should have cleaned up. It didn't clean up, but oh man. Oh, it's supposed to be right after, sorry. That's where cleanup should be. I think. Actually. Here. After it's done reading, it should clean up. So cleanup should get rid of all our custom tags. So
Screen reader, this is some text. Play, stop, pause. Screen reader, this is some text.
TT is where it
Play, stop, pause.
called an exception. Yep, that's right, that's right, that looks right, yep, yep. Let's comment that out really quick, refresh, hit play.
Screen reader, this is some text. Play, stop, pause.
Alright, so clearly my cleanup is wrong. This gets all the originals. This gets all the words. Oh, here. I think that might be wrong. Or maybe it's right. Let me see. Create text node, pass in data. Text, yep. Append child, yep. Take the original, get his parent node, append it. That all looks right. So now we go to sources. We go to here. Hit play.
Screen reader, this is some e-text. Play, stop, pause.
Let's refresh again.
Screen reader, this is some text. Play, stop, pause. Screen reader, this is some text. Play, stop, pause.
Oh, not inside the word boundary. Gosh. When it does the search, when they hit play, I want it to do the word boundary. And then I want to clean up after the word boundary, after the very last one. There should be another event for this one. So after everything is done, let's go. Let's go back to speech utterance. Yeah, I think that's what I want. I think I want in. So when the utterance has ended, then we can do cleanup. Alright, maybe that's it.
Screen reader, this is some text. Play, stop, pause.
Oh, goodness, come on.
Screen reader, this is some text. Play, stop, pause.
Hit play. Make sure everything's... Oh. It completely deleted everything off the screen. Okay.
Screen reader, this is some text. Play, stop, pause.
It deleted everything before I even got there. Let's try that again.
Screen reader, this is some text. Play, stop, pause.
TTS words. Yep. Get the parent. Remove. Makes sense to me. Alright. It's from the same problem. It's like... Let me see. It's kind of the same problem. Let's do this. We're gonna do this. It's returning a live list, and I don't want that. Let's do that. Let's just convert it all to array. See if that solves some problems.
Screen reader, this is some text. Play, stop, pause.
Alright. Yep, makes sense. The body is just completely gone. How did that happen? How did the body disappear? You hit play.
Screen reader, this is some text. Play, stop, pause.
Refresh. Hit play.
Screen reader, this is some text. Play, stop, pause.
Okay, so the only thing there is the TTS word. I'm saying get his parent, H1, remove the TTS word. That did not remove just the word.
Screen reader, this is some text. Play, stop, pause.
There we go. That's what I need. I need to just remove child.
Screen reader, this is some text. Play, stop, pause.
There we go, it cleaned up. There we go, we're back to our original. That's wonderful. So as it's running, it should...
Screen reader, this is some text.
It puts our custom tags on there, so it can highlight. And then it cleans up and reverts back to the original HTML.
Screen reader, this is some text. Play, stop, pause. Screen reader, this is some text. Play, stop, pause.
And then it reverts back. Great. Fantastic. Wow. Okay. Wow. Still gotta get the highlighting to match up properly.
Screen reader, this is some text. Play, stop, pause.
Now something's weird happening there. Let's see. Wait, where did the highlighting go?
Screen reader, this is some text. Play, stop, pause.
Oh, let me refresh it.
Screen reader, this is some text. Play, stop, pause.
Gotta fix that part. But yeah, we wanna, yeah. The way to fix that, you could technically do like TTS counter, set it back to 0 inside this end step to technically refresh everything. And then you would also set this counter to 0. Just to, you know, reset everything. And then that should just...
Screen reader, this is some text. Play, stop, pause. Screen reader, this is some text. Play, stop, pause. Screen reader, this is some text. Play, stop, pause. Screen reader, this is some text.
That's weird.
Play, stop, pause. Screen reader, this is some text. Play, stop, pause.
It's the word boundary.
Screen reader, this is some text. Play, stop, pause.
Let's look at it one more time, maybe to see if the words... Alright, when you hit
Screen
play,
reader, this is some text.
the first
Play, stop,
boundary
pause.
is an empty string. The second one is screen. This reader. Technically, I should be able to just do this like I was the other time.
Screen reader, this is some text. Play, stop, pause. Screen reader, this is some text. Play, stop, pause. Screen reader, this is some text. Play, stop, pause. Screen reader, this is some text. Play, stop, pause. Screen reader, this is some text. Play, stop, pause.
Maybe it works better in Firefox, possibly. And I don't have Firefox, okay. What about Edge?
Screen reader, this is some text. Play, stop, pause. Screen reader, this is some text.
I have to look at it some
Play,
more.
stop, pause.
Alright, let me go over it before I end the stream. I need to look at it a little bit more of the boundary. It is experimental, so it may not work perfectly right now. See, if you look at speech synthesis, oh, it's not experimental anymore. It used to be. We'll double check then. Because when I look at utterance, and then I look at boundary, is fired when the spoken utterance reaches a word or sentence boundary. Yeah, so when it utters something and it reaches it, it should be able to highlight it. The highlighting should match right where it's speaking. So it's weird that it's not matching up correctly. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Because it definitely says the word, like when I inspect and I put a breakpoint here and I hit play,
Screen reader, this is some text.
the word that it
Play, stop, pause.
finds is screen, but it's not highlighting it.
Screen reader, this is some text.
It highlights it later
Play, stop,
on.
pause.
So it's not matching up when the event fires, which possibly could be is slow. Maybe the JavaScript function is kind of just slow, and it's being called late, which is very possible. Yeah, that's a possibility. I don't know. I wouldn't know how to combat that yet. I have to think it over. But yeah, so let's go over some of the code just a little bit. Let's go over just a smidge. Okay, so there's a lot here. Yep. So I get all the text on the page. So document.body.inner text. That gives me all the text here. And then I basically clean it up a little bit. So I get rid of some of those new lines, some of those white spaces, and then I put it back. And then I say, okay, let's start to speak. And then I also want a counter to determine what word to highlight. Yep. And then we want the word boundary event. So this determines what word is uttered by the text-to-speech. So when a word is uttered, we want this event to fire. So this is for debugging purposes. So this tells us what word, debugging only. It basically tells us what word is being uttered by the CTS. Yep, so we only want to highlight the word that's being uttered, so we want to basically remove all highlighting, and then we want to remove all highlighting from our custom elements, and then we want to only highlight the word that's being uttered. And at the end of the text-to-speech, we want to remove all our custom tags. Alright, yeah, custom elements. So this TTS cleanup does that, and then we reset our all counters. So reset all our counters. So in order to do the highlighting, we have to search through all the elements on the page. That's how we do our highlighting. This tells us all our custom elements. And then we only want to loop through if the node, so basically the search function says, okay, does our node have children? If it does have children and it's not one of these custom elements here, we're gonna run this block of code. So since when this block of code runs and it has children, we want to get those children. We want a list that isn't live. We loop through all the children. We determine if there's a text node. If it's a text node, see, we want to know if it's a text node or not because we want to wrap each text in a custom element so we can highlight it. So if the child node type is a text node, we want to create the original element so we can easily turn it back to what it originally was. And then we will also want to individually wrap each word in our custom element so we can highlight it. So that's what create TTS original and create TTS word does. We take the original text, we wrap it into a custom element called TTS word or TTS original. So we take the original inner text. So in this case, the original inner text was screen reader. We just take that text, we wrap it inside this new custom element called TTS original. That's what we did here. So original inner text.text, which was the original text of the node, and then we append it back to the parent. So we append it to the h1 tag. Yep. And then we hide it technically, so it's not viewable. And then for each individual word, we want to wrap those in custom tags as well. So we create one called TTS word. We set a counter on it so we can kind of know which position it is to be spoken. And then we just append it back to the parent. So we append it back to the h1 tag in that case. So it does that for all elements on the page. And if the child node has, children, it just recursively calls the search function again. So it'll keep going down the hierarchy until it has no more children left, and it finds a text node, and then we can just wrap them all. So at the end, we do cleanup, we reset the counters. And that's how we made our text-to-speech, our screen reader.
Screen reader, this is some text. Play, stop, pause.
And it changes it back. So let's change that actually. Let's put it right here.
Screen reader, hi world, this is full volley. Thanks for watching my stream. Play, stop, pause. Screen reader, hi world, this is full volley. Thanks for watching my stream.
Still work in progress for that highlighting part. I gotta look at this more. But if we don't want it to say play, stop, pause, we can also do this. We can also add it to this array here called screen reader. We can add screen reader to this array here. And now it shouldn't say play, stop, pause.
Screen reader, hi world, this is full volley. Thanks for watching my stream. Play, stop, pause.
Wow, it still did it. Maybe because it's in this array. Let me see. Because if it gets the child nodes, it runs this code here, and it's on the top level. So this is what I should actually do. Let's do this. And then we'll change this to child node. And then let's put this in there. Let's just move that around.
Screen reader, hi world, this is full volley. Thanks for watching my stream. Play, stop, pause.
Still did it. That's funny.
Screen reader, hi world, this is full volley. Thanks for watching my
That's
stream.
H1.
Play, stop, pause.
That's text. That's P. That's text. That's screen reader. So this should actually be true. So it should actually skip this. Oh, okay. I see what I did here. My bad. We can just put this back. The problem is actually here. Because the way I'm reading it, I see. Oh well. I have to fix it here. I can't think of a way to fix it here yet. I gotta think about that. But for the most part, this is finished. I still have to work on the word boundaries, but we'll look at it some more. My next programming stream.
Screen reader, hi world, this is full volley. Thanks for watching my stream.
I mean, it's
Play, stop,
close.
pause.
It's close. But something's wrong with the boundary. I have to look at it some more.
Screen reader, hi world, this is full volley. Thanks for watching my stream. Play, stop, pause.
And the play, stop, pause isn't highlighting either. But yeah. I hope that was some semi-helpful, even though I didn't explain too much. But a lot of it was just me, you know, trial and error, trying to figure out like what caused the issue, why isn't it working. Just looking at some of the stuff. Like I kind of knew about, you know, speech synthesis a little bit, and some of the event listeners such as boundaries, and I kind of just already knew about like just substringing it. I mean, it's pretty cool. It just needs a little bit more tweaking to get just right. But yeah, that's well documented. I need to document some more of this stuff. But yeah, that's it. That is it. Any questions before I go? Before I do my outro? This was a tough one. And I went for 3 hours. Wow. Alright. Alright, I will do my outro. So, I want to thank Knox for showing up. Appreciate him. Came in and commented. C Films rated me with a party of 2. That was great. That was awesome. Rascal 2 followed. And also C-Film followed. He followed and joined my Twitter. He's my first Twitter follower. I very much appreciate it. Man, I'm slowly blowing up. Alright, let me double check. Let's see what I'm doing. Let's see. Yeah, I got 60 followers on Twitch. That's amazing. Slowly blowing up. I'm on the road to being affiliate. Alright, so I'm about to end the stream. If you missed any part of what I was doing, you can always rewatch. It's there. It's the screen reader is a work in progress. It's almost there. The highlighting part is still a little iffy. It's the word boundary, man. But
Screen reader, hi world, this is full volley. Thanks for watching my stream.
and
Play, stop, pause.
I have a better version. This was just me making like it's me just like 118 lines of code. I've written one that's more fleshed out than this, and it's a lot more accurate. But yeah, this is a pretty basic screen reader, 118 lines of code, JavaScript. With a better UI, like I have a better UI too, like, and then you can also pause and play at different points. But we can come back to that later on the next stream. But
Screen reader, hi world, this is full volley. Thanks for watching my stream.
it's almost
stop,
there,
pause.
almost there. But yeah, that is it for me. 118 lines of JavaScript, basic lines, like 21 lines for HTML, a little bit of CSS, 28 lines. You can put it on almost any page. It'll do an okay job. Let me just copy some text and see. Actually, let's see. Let's test it out even more. Let's get this entire edit as HTML. Let's grab this, see what happens. I'm just wondering. It's probably gonna be terrible, but let's just see.
Screen reader, hi world, this is full volley. Thanks for watching my stream. Event properties, in addition to the properties listed below, properties from the parent
so
interface
off.
event are available. Char index read only returns the index position of the character in the speech synthesis utterance.text that was being spoken when the event was triggered. Elapsed time read only returns the elapsed time in seconds after the speech synthesis utterance.text started being spoken that the event was triggered.
At least the highlighting
Name read only returns the name associated with certain types of events occurring
At least it's highlighting,
as the
right?
speech synthesis utterance.text is being spoken. The name of the SSML marker reached in the case of a mark event, or the type of
It's
boundary
just not
reached in
accurate.
the case of a boundary
It needs some
event.
tweaking for sure, but
Utterance read only
that's
returns
another
the speech
time for
synthesis
another
utterance instance
stream.
that the event was
And
triggered
I've been
on.
going 3 hours.
Play, stop, pause.
Yeah, but I'll look at that some more and see what the cause was for my next stream, so I can kind of properly show it. And then next stream will also be implementing being able to pause it as it's speaking and then resuming back and then just stopping it all together and just starting over. And then we'll do some UI stuff to make it a little more appealing, like the one I previously made. It has like a UI where it has like actual icons and you can move it around the screen, like for accessibility purposes and everything. So yeah, so we'll make it look a little prettier and get the highlighting on point so it can actually highlight the words as it's reading it, but it's very close. Alright, so thank you everyone for watching. I will catch you guys next time. Cue outro.